Yeah.
We're live. We're live.
We are live.
Start the music.
It was 1950 in the cold and rain when my father took me to
You recognize it? The late Michael Stanley. Here we go again.
It could make me cry a little. Like right now, it could make me cry a little.
Oh, we were at the game Thursday night. My voice was gone. I was screaming the whole time. I was so happy. We clinched at home the way we did. People were hugging each other. It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And so was Germ. And amazing. And high-fiving and like snot and tears and snot.
Tears and snot, yes. Well, we got to meet each other in person.
I know.
It was great.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. She got to meet Mrs. Lou.
Oh, see now that I have not done that yet.
I heard Mrs. Lou. We had a very good time together.
Oh, she's sweet. It's so funny because people ask me all the time, "What's her nationality?"
Like, don't worry about it.
That doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother her. But it's people think she's Puerto Rican, but she's not.
Oh.
She's biracial.
Oh.
Yeah, she's biracial. Yeah, her dad's black, her mom's white. Mm-hmm. But it's like what I was going to tell you, because I know Yvette's Puerto Rican, and I think Sandra is too.
Well, Sandra is.
Yeah, so that's just funny. It's just that people think my wife. People go up to her and speak Spanish, and she has no idea.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
If my sister sits out in the sun too long, she looks Puerto Rican.
Oh, you know what? I should change the squad pod to two Puerto Ricans and Lana. That should be the name of our show.
That water almost came out of my mouth, Lana.
That is so funny.
Two Puerto Ricans and Lana. I'm down
No,
with it.
Mom said when I was a little baby, all the Irish grandmas would come up to me and pinch my cheeks because my hair was like red and I'm like death pale, and my sister was always like toasted coconut delicious, and all the Puerto Rican grandmas would go up to Dana and pinch her cheeks and be like, "Oh, you're so cute," and then all the Irish grandmas would come up to me and be like, "Surprise, we're Jews."
We're Jews. Well, you remember it was funny. The one show I did it with Sherry. Her mom came on. Her mom just walked in. Yeah. Oh,
How did I miss that?
It was called Lou and the Jew. It was great.
It was the best time Lou ever had on the podcast. Really.
Oh, it's Zach Buckley, the editor for
He told you the history of the neighborhood that we were born in. He overshot the assignment. Like, you think I overshot tonight's assignment?
And my daughter was so happy I was wearing this too.
Aww. They like that though.
Oh,
you know.
They love that show. Of course I'll wear it. My daughter bought it.
Way back in the day, my son, and he's 17 now, but he always collected, football cards. So he gave me back in the day, gave me a Baker Mayfield card. And it was when Baker was on the team. I'm like, okay. So I put it in my wallet. And every now and then he'd be like, Mom, do you have your Baker Mayfield card? I'd be like, what?
That is so cute.
Do you know Baker Mayfield is still in my wallet?
Why not? He's cute.
I can't get rid of it.
He could be your kid.
This is my kid.
I'm so proud.
This is my son, Baker Mayfield.
This is my son, Baker Mayfield. Yeah.
We got
Chief, thanks for joining us, Chief. Thanks for the hat.
The hat from
You got the hat guy, yeah. That was
Chief's
cool.
on there?
Yeah, Chief's on there, yeah. Thanks a lot, man.
From New Jersey.
Is he from New Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
He has, like, him and I have stories, I'm sure, that are very parallel.
The only thing live on Twitter, on X, I see right now is ourselves and Vivek Ramaswamy.
Oh, I love Vivek.
Yeah,
Shit,
Vivek.
I should be watching him. God damn it.
No. We're more entertaining.
We're way more entertaining than Vivek. Thank you. Don't forget the acapella ending to it.
Oh, yeah.
It should fade out.
Anytime I hear him, it just makes me so sad that he's gone.
Michael Stanley, yeah. Yeah. But I remember when that song came out, it was 99. We were happy to be back. And then it just really nothing ever happened after that.
Do you
We had a
know where
couple good
I
years.
was in '99?
Where were you?
Wait, California, Florida.
Yeah.
Florida. No, 99. I was here and I graduated
too.
from Cleveland State. Yeah.
No,
Yep.
I was still in high school.
Yeah, I know. We're older than you. We know.
Oh,
But
and
she told me the age of her son, and I was like, okay. I didn't believe it. It's okay. Thank you for joining us on CLE Sports Talk. I am here with two ladies from the Squad Pod. It's awesome. Well, Lana, thank
Adjacent.
you. Uh, and what's that?
I
You're
said
my
I'm squad pod adjacent.
Squad Pod adjacent. You're my DJF,
yes,
my designated Jewish friend. That's what you
and
are.
I'm just designated Lana.
Designated
Yes.
Lana. Yeah. Yes. The future
Yeah,
Mrs. Kevin Stefanski. How are you?
that's right.
How are you?
That's how I like to be addressed.
Well, I asked her a question. I had to clear this with her before, and I didn't want her to have to go into details, but I was asking her, I said, knowing her public adoring of Kevin Stefanski, the Cleveland Browns head coach, has any guy even tried to ask her out, thinking they can never compete with this guy? And she
Mhm.
says, guys send her pictures that say, I look like Kevin. It's just kind of funny. It's like, okay.
See, Chief gets it. L'chaim. See, he gets it. He's down with the.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I understand.
Chief does kind of look like Kevin.
Chief does?
Smidge,
Mhm.
yeah, with the
He does a little bit.
silver.
Yeah. The only
Mhm.
thing I resemble with
blue.
Kevin is I have gray hair in my beard, and that's about it. That's about
I'm
it.
You know
happy
what?
not to have a beard.
What's that?
I said I'm happy not to have a beard.
Me
Yes,
too.
yes. Oh,
I'm
please
glad I don't look like Kevin in that way.
No, no. And actually, if you ever saw pictures of Kevin when he played at the University
Yes.
of Penn,
10.
he was a lot bigger.
He
was
was
heavier.
really big, and he had no. I have a picture.
He had no his face was like heavy. Like I would say, I don't want to say chubbier, but he had a more fuller face. He's a lot leaner now.
He weighed a ton more. He played corner. So he was really big. He was like 285, I think.
285 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, he was 285.
How
Here
tall is he?
here he is. I don't know if you probably can't see that.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a lot bigger. I saw a few pictures like when he played at Penn. He was just bigger. He was heavier. It's kind of like when you see Joe Thomas now versus when he played for the Browns.
Mhm.
Joe Thomas got a lot leaner, and he looks
Yeah.
great. I mean, he looks very healthy.
Yeah.
He looks like a totally different person. Yeah, Kevin's 5'11", and so
Okay.
5'11" and then 285, and now he's probably 180 now, maybe.
I don't know. I've never seen him in person. I couldn't tell you, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't know
I just seen him,
from afar. Yeah, from sitting way up high. I do have to ask this because which game was it when you and Heather were at where you were in the suite? Was that Jacksonville?
That was Jacksonville.
How did you get there? How did you get that? How did you guys score that?
And we met Andrew Barry.
Yes,
I
yes.
I had
How
some
did you guys?
super nerd like jealousy. I was like, win, and he's really smart.
I know. So I know. So I met this guy, and actually, Sherry, you met Miguel too.
Yes.
At training camp.
Yes.
So
And
we
he
met
told us-
Miguel with the Browns at training camp, and he was talking to us about all these packages they have or whatever. And so I was like, "Yeah, give me your info. If we can ever get a bunch of people together to do it, that's fine." The tailgates and that chalet thing that you can do,
Yeah, but the
are
toilet.
pretty
That
expensive.
was our like deal breaker because like. Remember the toilet smell in the summer, and we were like, with all the people like crammed in there.
Yeah, there was a lot.
We were like weighing the options, like which one's better, and then they're like, "Here, drink all this stuff," and I'm like,
"Yeah." They gave us. It was really nice, pretty nice at training camp.
Nice.
Trying to schmooze us over on it, but it's really expensive, and you have to get like 20 people to do it. And by the time you break down the price, it was crazy. Anyway.
Yeah.
We kept in contact with Miguel.
A lot of numbers. There were a lot of number crunching going on.
A lot of number crunching.
A lot of numbers.
Okay.
So I kept in contact with Miguel, and he reached out to me one day, and he was like, "Hey, I've got a bunch of games. I can, get you tickets, like suite tickets. I can get you, just this and this and this." And I'm like, "Okay." So he emailed me one day. He's like, what about the Jacksonville game? He's like, I got a super deal. You could be in the suite, unlimited food, drinks, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, I can do that. Have no clue what this really was, to be honest with you.
Oh, so you showed up and it was like a big surprise.
It looked stellar. It looked super posh.
Yeah, it was stellar.
Oh yeah, it was amazing because I'm sitting there, I'm seeing the pictures, and here I am sitting up. I'm in section 503. I'm way up in section 503 with my friend Harvey. You met Harvey one time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Him and I got season tickets together. So the reason why my wife was able to go with me, he couldn't go during the week. So I got that ticket, and my wife wanted to go.
And
so
Lou promised me that I get to meet Mrs. Lou, so he followed.
Yes, yes. Her name is Christine, and she.
I know that,
but listen, when I marry Kevin, you can call me Mrs. Kevin.
You can call me Mrs. Kevin.
That's fine.
We'll do that. Oh yes, and I think I joked. I asked where you were registered for the wedding.
Yes, Target, the two-story Target.
The two-story Target at universities.
That's right. That's where I'm registered
on Cedar Road.
That's right.
Cedar Road on the east side. All the best stuff happens on the east side.
Of course, of course.
But let me tell you, I'm already, and I'll let you guys know too, because I've already got a group of people. I've already been talking to the D4L crew that next year we have to, during probably like a warmer game or like the really cold, we're gonna all pitch in and get the suite.
Oh, I'm in. I'm down.
I'll be in. Yeah, just keep in touch. I'll be in. I'll be happy to. Now you need like 20 people. Now the D4L crew, explain that to me.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Well, there's a handful of them.
There's a lot. There's a lot of D4L.
There's a lot, but there's a handful that we keep in touch with. But, like Spider and Chief and Slim.
Spider, Chief,
Sorry, Chief.
Heather would be the other one.
Yes.
Of course.
I gotta have it.
Heather? Yeah, Heather's cool as hell. She's actually the black and white picture that was really nice of hers. Like she had the throwback jersey on.
Heather kept me upright because I had some booze, and I'm like, I'm gonna die going down these stairs, and she's like, oh, you're not gonna fall. I'm like, okay,
you're not going down.
And I'm like, because that would be embarrassing because there were like cameras everywhere, and
Chief just said
somebody would get it in slow mo.
Chief just said this two-story Target's 90 seconds from his childhood home, so he can tell you exactly where it's at. It's on the east side. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I've been there with my wife several times, and you can put the shopping cart in the escalator, and it takes it up.
That's my favorite thing in the whole world.
We have to tell. So we'll just tell Chief right now. I was just informed of this Target right before we went live. I had no clue. I had no clue that a Target even made a two-story Target, and that there was one in the Cleveland area.
Yep.
And I've been missing out on it this entire time.
Wow. Dude, you can park you can park in the lower level and it's covered. Yes, your car's covered in the wintertime.
And you don't have to worry about getting snowed on, and they have that
or rained on.
They have the online pickup, the parts if you don't want to go in for people who are still scared to do that and whatever. But they have
Well, for this show today, we're glamming and glittering, and this is like the closest thing I could do.
I overshot the assignment.
No, you didn't.
No, you're good. I'm so glad you did.
Yeah, we did. And then she's got her earrings, and this was this lanyard. This lanyard here is a gift from my 8-year-old daughter on Christmas, and it had to be pink. So from my little girl. So of course I wear it, and I wear it proudly as a father. So that's what it was. My wife, when I opened this, laughed when she saw the look. Thank you. It's a brown. She goes, "You love the Browns here, Daddy. Merry Christmas." It was just like,
that is so cute.
It is. Oh yeah, they look like they're both of them look like their mom.
They do. Yeah, thank goodness, right?
Yeah, I know. Yes, they do. They look like
cute.
Their mom. Thank you. Hey, let's talk Browns since we're on here, and we definitely got to get together. And
you see what's going on? Do you see what that map is right there? You know what that is a map of?
Is that Israel?
No, it's Cleveland.
I can't see. I'm just guessing. What'd you do with a map of Israel in your apartment?
I can't see.
It's a house. I'm a grown-up and.
Okay.
And the first year we moved here, they were like giving those maps out if you were downtown. Like safety maps. Don't get lost downtown.
Did he give you a compass too? Like
You need to where to go. You need to where to go.
Go north until you hit the water. Then you're in the lake. Then you went too
That's
far
right.
north. You pass the rock hall. You're in water. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. They're like, don't go into this where the sun doesn't shine. You're never coming back out from that area.
Steer
Yeah.
clear.
And I forgot to tell you, like, I've got to tell the audience, like, I'm so sorry. I did catch Yvette and Lissandra's show because I went to a McDonald's with Adam Rank. That was great.
was
And I
good.
give him credit for coming on. He didn't have to
Me
do that.
too.
But I'll talk about that. But Tuesday morning, my wife and I were woken up at 6 o'clock in the morning by a Fox 8 helicopter above our house because a tanker truck crashed into a utility pole in Russell Township.
Yeah.
We lost internet for 24 hours. We had power, we had electricity, but we didn't have internet. So it felt like we were back in the Little House on the Prairie days.
Yep.
But waking up to a helicopter above your house is scary.
That's
When you're it's like you think it's like, are we being invaded by Canada? What the hell's happening? It's like Red Dawn or something. It's an 80s movie reference right there, Red Dawn.
Yep, love it.
Well, that happened to me in Florida so many times because the part where I used to live, where I grew up, like it used to be not developed. So anytime there was some sort of like escaped convict, they would run back there because it was right next to the turnpike, and they would like hide back there and shit. So they would close off the fronts of developments. You wouldn't be able to get in. And you'd hear the helicopter going over the house, and you'd be like, "What now?" Because there was big drug operations going on in the same neighborhood, and our neighborhood was just like a little circle. So it was like on this side of the circle, we couldn't get into our house. We couldn't get home. We were like blocked out of the whole house, and we'd had to wait until we got home later that night to see on the news what the hell was going on. So it turns out like there was like a drug operation, then another house exploded like 3 miles north of us or east of us because it was a neighborhood that was there was an artificial hill put in, and there was a gas line put in, and you can't do gas in South Florida because we're below sea level. And kaboom, and that shook even our house, which was like right up against the turnpike, and that was like right up against like 95.
Jeez.
So you lost all. You didn't get to see anything. You missed us at 8 o'clock at night. I
missed you at 8 o'clock at night, but I did catch the show earlier in the day
because I was trying to like retweet you guys as much as I could.
My father.
I was like haunting you guys. I'm like,
yeah.
That was good.
No, I give Adam Rank credit. Well, it's first off, it's so stupid, and I'm going to say this to look at the schedule in May and pick the outcome of games in November and December in an NFL season. It's ridiculous. Anybody in May telling you that Joe Flacco would lead this team to the playoffs would be like, what are you crazy? Yeah, look, but yet here we are.
Like me.
Yeah.
Right. From his couch.
Yeah, we drafted Tim Couch, and then we got a guy off the couch. Now you got a guy off the couch. Yep. I sent that to you, Lana.
That was so funny. I was cracking up like, oh, that's so true.
That was from CLE Sports Talk. Yeah, they sent it to me.
That is so cool.
But but I give them credit because the other thing too, the national people, they weren't following closely what the Browns were doing. It's the local people are saying, we've got a good team, guys. I was one of the people saying it. How good, what we're going to do, I don't know, but this is going to be a good team. And after that first game, when I saw how that defense played, I'm like, I see something here. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I see something here. Yeah. So I said we're going to have a good team. I just knew it. And even the Pittsburgh game, the first one, it was like they got lucky.
Yeah, they did. I always say about that game though, that first when Chubb was hurt, and I just think that moment just shook them off their axis. You know what I'm saying? Like they all looked a little bit,
rattled. Would you say the word rattled would be good?
Yeah, like nobody studies Kevin Stefanski like. So I could tell when they spanned him, like, oh, he's rattled. he's having a thing here. He's having that, looking at his map like, oh no, now everything on here involves Chubb. you know?
Well, even and the thing was, we still had a chance to win. We still should have won. Chubb had 60 yards rushing in one quarter in that game. He was on pace to 240 yards. We were physically dominating them up to that point, even though they
Sure.
got a pick six on the first play. So it was yeah. And the defense, they couldn't do anything offensively. So I
No.
was talking to some people today. They were asking me questions about like, who do I think is this, what if Pittsburgh beats Baltimore? I says, well, I don't see them making the playoffs, but
No.
I did a comparison. I've heard this before. They're getting Brian Hoyered by Mason Rudolph because
Yeah.
they're gonna win too many games to be able to draft high enough to get a good quarterback unless they trade up, and they're not gonna. It's just they're gonna be stuck where they're at, kind of, and they're gonna have a good defense, and they're gonna be a tough team, but they're not gonna win that many games. Where we're better than they are. This has been a shift where we are better than they are, and I will tell them that. They don't like to hear it.
No.
But
well, that's just
Too bad.
true.
yeah,
You can't.
suck it up and take your medicine. That's what I
It's
tell
the truth. Right. It's the truth.
If it's true, it's true. And it
But
was
that's what
true.
I told my poodle earlier today, but he just kind of like.
Yeah, actually, there was an interesting story, but go ahead. I was gonna pivot to that. But what were you about to say, Lana?
No, I was just gonna say my thought too, even coming in to the season when you're thinking of, we're talking back to Adam Rank and his thoughts or whatever. And when, to me, even I felt better knowing Joe Woods was gone, Jim Schwartz was coming in, and then Bubba was coming in, you know?
Yeah. I knew we were going to be better.
They moved from Cade York. Sweet man. Sherry and I met him.
We
very,
did.
very adorable
Very
man.
sweet.
Very
I
sweet.
still
but
would fight for him. I did try and defend him as much as I could, and a lot of people got mad at me, and I'm like,
this is the year where they don't find ways to lose. They find ways to win, and Kevin's not effing around, and he's like, you gone, you gone, you gone. And I'm here for it all day long.
Yeah, he found his flow state. I think he found his flow state.
I think you saw him grow into the role. Going through what he's gone through with this, he's grown into the head coach. He's more of a coach now than he was 2 years ago. And I think if he was sitting here, he'd agree with us. I think just watching him, you'd see that.
Yeah. And I think too, you know, he came into a broken system.
Big time.
Totally broken system and broken team, and he had to take that thing in chunks. So for people, you know, after in year 2 are like, fire him, I'm like, he's not even started yet.
That's people want to fire. They were talking about after the Baltimore game this year. Because that's when I met you, Yvette, and Heather. People were talking because I didn't even know. That's when I found out Watson wasn't going to play, and you told me. I thought, because I was on the Rapid, I really didn't look at my phone. And people were talking about firing the coach that we were leaving. I'm like, no, we're 4 games into the season. Are you crazy? It's insane. Keep in mind too, when Kevin had his first year, it was the COVID year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he did a lot of
extremely difficult. No fans were there. Nobody knew what was going on.
You got to pivot the whole system.
CDC didn't know what was going on. The NIH. We didn't know what was going on in the research labs, the hospital.
We didn't even know if there was going to be a season or how much of a season. There was all this stuff. Yeah. All this crazy stuff was happening. So it all depended on which state your team played in, because in Pennsylvania, they didn't allow any fans, where you allowed so many in Ohio versus other states. So I remember that year. It was just bizarre.
No,
terrible. I don't want to think about it.
Mike DeWine and I forgot the name of the doctor who was in charge. Her first name was Amy, and she was a nice Jewish lady, very calming. They would do the press conferences.
I forgot her name.
Every day at 2 p.m. And I would run to my TV because her voice was so soothing and she was so smart. And I'm like, she is the one that should be heading this nationally. The nation would understand this better because she was very like straightforward with facts, but very she wasn't arrogant when she was describing it. She was describing things in the way you're
layman terms.
That's how you're supposed to share science, so that the whole world understands what you're talking about.
Right.
And because, the guy who was heading it was, well, I got my beef with that man. Anyway.
You talking about Fauci?
Don't get me started, Lou.
We're on YouTube. We're not going to be talking about Fauci. Yeah, we're not talking about the viruses and
That's
stuff.
right.
But
This is Browns.
this is Browns. This is Browns
Non-Brown
Right,
sheep.
sports.
exactly.
You want to come
Brown.
on the stoop? You want to come on the stoop out with Corey and I? We'll talk about that. All the we're on
Yes.
Rumble there. That's why we're on
Yes.
Rumble. That's why I'm on the stoop out, the Sunday stoop
Right.
out.
So you're gonna have me on, and you're gonna
We talk
just
about
let
all
me
these issues.
go. You're gonna let me go.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
of course, of course. You should hear me go
Uh-oh.
off on stuff. Oh, yeah, but
do you see the
we're not
face?
here
Do
to
you
talk
see the
politics.
rage? Do you see?
Yes,
You
we
can't talk
talked.
about that.
We talked in person when we met about that. It was at Tower City. That's when we
I
met.
know when he's Italian and you're Italian,
Well, yeah.
but
Yeah. We like to talk.
Oh,
I like the
of course.
Browns.
Yeah.
I like the Browns too. Yes. Well, okay. The one thing I was noticing is an interesting story I saw. Depending on where they slot the wild card game, first off, it's possible it's going to be on the Peacock. Did
Yeah.
you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The article I saw on Cleveland.com said more than likely it'll be simulcast on WKYC, an
Yes.
FTC affiliate.
There's something in the fine print of something that they
Okay.
do have to show it local. They do have to give it a local.
Okay, even though it's a nationally televised
Yeah, 'cause
playoff game,
remember they were doing all those
I think
games
that's
live?
the Saturday. If they get the Saturday night game,
Right.
from what I heard, Tony Grossi was saying this, and he's got information. I mean, I don't always agree
Yeah.
with him, but he's been
Yeah.
covering the team a long time, and he knows his stuff. He said that he's hearing it's either the late Saturday afternoon or the Saturday night game they'll get. More than likely, it looked like I think they're playing Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I mean, who do you guys think they're going to play? Because it's going to be the AFC South champion. I think Jacksonville's going to beat Tennessee, and then we'll go to
Mhm.
Jacksonville. And I think we're going to win. I mean,
Yeah, I think so too.
yeah. Then who we play in the divisional round? If for us to host the divisional round game, the other two wildcard teams have to win,
hmm
and then the lowest seed goes to Baltimore. Then the next seed would come to us. So that's how
hmm
that would work. So anything could happen.
Right.
Hey, there's a reason why they play the games, right?
Right.
So Sherry, do you think it's going to be Jacksonville, or who would you rather play?
Okay, I'd rather play Jacksonville
Mm-hmm. Me too.
because
Mm-hmm.
I have stupid superficial reasons. It's not merit based.
Go
Oh.
ahead. What's stupid superficial reasons? Because you don't like Jacksonville, Florida?
Yeah.
Right?
Ding.
Is that
See,
it?
Lana knows me really well.
Did my wife talk to you about Florida at all? Because she has family in Florida, cousins, aunts, and uncles.
I don't think we got to talk about
Yeah,
it.
or did I tell you that? It's on the Atlantic side. It's by Satellite Beach, Vero Beach area.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
about
Vero Beach is Palm Beach County. That's the top of
yes.
the county I'm from.
Okay. Okay, that's kind of
Mhm.
that area. Her sister lived there for a while, but I know her sister moved to Colorado with her husband, my sister-in-law. So
Mhm.
anyway, I digress. The
Yep.
other thing too is the other big news today was Anthony Walker is on
I know.
IR.
But
Yeah.
you know what though? Honestly,
Let him rest.
right?
Yeah.
I was really getting like those first couple weeks of just everybody going down like flies. I was having some blood pressure issues. I was like, oh my gosh. But you know what? Again, here we go. We're out there with the we're gonna win mentality, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that 25%'s on the IR because we're still gonna win.
It doesn't matter. We're down to our fourth and fifth tackle.
We don't care.
in the offensive
We don't
line.
care.
Yeah.
No,
Well, if you the Chicago game was the only game I was actually getting worried.
I got a little worried.
I
The
got a
end of
little bit
that
worried.
game. Did
Wow.
you like? I felt Kevin Stefanski's heart attack. Like it was like I was having like.
It
And he
happened
did
so.
say he blacked out, and I was like, I did too, honey. I did too.
I was just kind of like it
There's
happened
no
so
way he
fast. I was
blacked.
like, okay, no. It was done in real time. They slowed it down. So he almost caught this. He almost caught. Well, yeah, but he didn't. So we won. So that's the way I look at it.
Too bad.
You remember that T-shirt that said the Browns almost always
Oh.
win? Now we're winning. So STFU. You know,
We almost always lose now.
yeah. So, well, there was even one. I think it was Mary Kay Cabot said this, and I respect her. I really do. She's been covering the team a long time. And she has really
She
good
was nice
stories.
to me at training camp. Do you remember
She was
Lana?
nice to me
Well,
because
no, she like stopped and she said hi for like a minute. It
Yeah.
was super nice. I was
Mhm.
I
It's nice.
little background on me. After I got out of Cleveland State, I ended up working. But when I was at Cleveland State, I interned at Channel 8
Mhm.
with John Telich and Tony Rizzo,
Oh,
and then I
yeah.
And then I worked as an editor and a videographer at WKYC.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew Jim Donovan. I
Mm-hmm.
knew he actually was my voicemail greeting on my cell phone. I'm
Oh
not
my
kidding.
gosh.
I had him. He ended it with "Run, William, run." That's how long ago it was. So Jimmy's a great guy. But
Yeah.
whenever I was at Berea doing anything, Mary Kay was always nice. But she said, "Well, if that field goal was made by San Francisco, and if we don't get this call in Indianapolis, we're not going to get in the playoffs." And I'm like, "But we did." I'm like, it happened. So why are you saying ifs? You know how many
Don't bring in
times?
negativity into it.
Yeah. Well, like who's the guy? Spider had a little spat today with was it Ken Carmen?
Yeah.
Oh,
Was that today or yesterday?
Ooh,
I can't remember.
you're gonna rant. I can feel it. I can
what,
feel
me?
it. I know what you're gonna say.
What do you mean? What I'm going to say?
We've spoke about this privately before.
What, Ken Carmen? Yeah, yeah. Well, my background, respectfully, my
Respectfully.
background. I'm a retired pro wrestler.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Belts are in
Yes.
the background. Okay. You're what? No, no. I won these belts in the ring. This is the only room. My office is, and that trophy. I won that trophy in a pro wrestling. That
That's
was a
bigger than
shoot.
me.
That's a shoot
Yeah.
fight. Yeah, that was I won that in a shoot fight.
I kind of
So
want to go
I
like
have
back to back.
posters and memorabilia all over the house, but it's only in this room. Anywhere else in our house, you would not know I was a wrestler except in my office. So
Mm-hmm.
he uses terms on his radio show that are insider terms in wrestling that he has no business using. And if anybody hears this, if he hears this, no, he like don't ever get worked into a shoot. He's never put on a pair of wrestling boots in his life. He never been in the ring. He's never trained. He never worked in the business.
Mm-hmm.
Shut your fat mouth.
Ooh.
You have no business saying that. If he did that in a locker room or in a wrestling area, he would get slapped. Somebody's handprint would be on his face. I'm not kidding.
Getting spicy tonight.
I'm not kidding.
Ooh,
He has
headlock.
absolutely no place saying any of that stuff.
Mm-mm.
It's horrible. It's just like, who are you? Wait, what?
Like, don't use my cardiology terms.
Yeah. Well, the guy's a walking human cholesterol anyway. I mean, it's just. I
I
mean,
have many interesting lectures I've been to on cholesterol.
and Anthony Lima went to high school with my wife in Chesterland, and he's a little dweeb too. I can't stand their show. Well,
Wait,
okay,
who?
they're on the radio.
Lima.
Anthony Lima. Yeah, they're on the radio and they're talking like they're trying to stir up a controversy between Watson and Flacco. Can we just enjoy this?
Right.
Can we just enjoy this?
This is a
Sorry,
topic for next year. That's a topic for.
Let's talk about. Can we wait till April, maybe May, maybe even March? Can we hold that off?
Right.
Wait, March. March is my month, so I get to dictate what happens.
Okay, whatever. We'll wait till April. I don't care. We could.
That's my month. Yeah.
That's Lana's month.
Okay.
So.
What if Flacco, after having this amazing run, takes us all the way? He's holding the Lombardi Trophy and he retires. He says,
"I'm gonna cry. I'll cry my eyes out." Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Back up. I need to go back in your story a second. So you said we won, though.
Yeah.
Okay, he can go. He can retire then. He can go back to his couch.
Go back to your couch.
I had to take that moment. I'm like, wait a minute. Did I just hear that right?
Yeah. Why? With this defense, if we don't turn the ball over, we can win. We can beat anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody in the NFL. We've beaten Baltimore. We've beaten San Francisco. We've done it. Why not? I mean, why not? Why not us? Why not now? We've got a red hot quarterback, the guy that's playing great, and his turnovers over the last 2 games have dropped significantly.
Yeah, thank God.
That's the rust coming off, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I think let's just go out there. If we can be productive on offense and not turn it over and let this defense do its thing, we're going to win games. We're going to win playoff games. I don't know. I think we could win the Super Bowl. I'm not making any bold predictions or anything, but we could.
Right.
Why not?
I think we could. It's so funny. I think about this probably more than I should think about this, but I was thinking about, I put myself into this thought. So you guys know, I've run a couple marathons. I've done a billion half marathons. It's, I love to run. And I think about Joe Flacco, and I put like in my perspective, like I'm laying on my couch, haven't ran a marathon in a while, and all of a sudden someone calls me and says, "Hey, let's go run a marathon." And he just gets up and goes. Like, I just can't. But
right?
you know what? They said during the Thursday night game, though, that he has kept himself in football shape. He has kept working. He's been throwing the ball. He has
Yeah,
just kept himself like, hey, I'm an NFL quarterback. So you
he
could
was
walk
ready
right
for the
into it.
call. And you know what? You know what they say what luck
That's
is,
key
Lana? You know what luck is? Luck is preparation meeting opportunity.
for sure. A
That's what that
thousand
was.
percent.
That's
And
what that was.
and I don't okay, and I'm gonna say something that might be controversial here. Or
I
not
love to hear it.
controversial, but
Let's
I just
we're all
I
friends
just
here.
I just gotta say.
Yeah, I'm not one to gossip, but let me tell you.
With Wendy Williams
Okay,
in it tonight.
I'm
Well,
just
I'm
gonna
wearing this. Why not?
I'm just gonna give an observation. When you compare the two quarterbacks that we're talking about, okay? So remember what I just said, talking about Joe Flacco and how he has lived his life up until he got the call from his couch, right? When I watched all summer on the social media what Deshaun Watson was doing was a different program. He was in London. He was having cocktails. He was da, da, da. And I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm not saying you can't do that.
Very bougie.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you are coming off of how many days out? You're coming off of not being able to play. You need to get yourself ready. Maybe you
You
wouldn't
didn't
be
think he
injured so
prepared?
quickly.
You
You
didn't think
didn't
he prepared
stay in
himself
that
enough?
you didn't stay in that football shape like our friend Joe Flacco here. That's all I
Well,
can say.
like his other half, I mean, she is incredible. And have you seen? She has abs. Like she
Mhm.
is in
I would
shape.
like
Yeah.
Chris. And I saw him on his Peloton, and I love the Peloton. And I
I
have
know he
nothing
loves
against him
Peloton.
at all. I just have to look at the two stories and think, well, why is this one coming in knocking it out of the park? And
Yes,
why did this one struggle so
he's
much?
distracted. It's the distraction of being
I
that
I think
revered.
yeah, I think there might be more maturity with Flacco,
Well,
maybe.
True,
yeah, yeah.
true.
And he
Not
plus he
distracted by the pomp and
I if
circumstance.
you ever listen to the Stew Pot, and I lecture this to Corey, and Corey's girlfriend loves me for saying this to him. When you're married and you have a family as a man, I'm speaking as a man, you're grounded, you're more disciplined.
Yes.
And Deshaun has a girlfriend, but he doesn't have a wife. He doesn't have kids, which would be good for him.
We do
So
have
that
sisters.
could
True.
that could work for him. That's just me just saying what I know. I don't know Deshaun. I don't know Joe. But I know what I see on the field, and I will give this that second half in Baltimore when I found out what he played with and what he did.
Yes.
I give
Very
him credit.
admirable.
I give him credit because he
Very
wanted to
admirable.
keep going, and they knew if we just shoot you up and throw you out there, we're going to screw you up for life. Shut it down, get the surgery. Fine, okay. Then I said, if you remember, because it was interesting, I did my CLE Sports Talk article, something totally different.
Mhm.
I submitted the draft, and I had to go to Zach. I said, "Hang on, let me rewrite it," because that's
Oh,
when that story broke. It was that Wednesday morning. I was
Oh,
like, "Oh,
that's right.
yeah," and I had to rewrite it on the fly, which was cool. I was happy to do it, and then I did. I just said and it was, hey, time to suck it up. Now he's not coming back. Shut up. We got to move on.
What are we
And
gonna do?
the other thing too, speaking of what you were saying earlier with Stefanski, when he's saying like you screw up, you're out of here. You notice after that Seattle game, PJ Walker did not play unless he had to.
Yeah.
That's that's why Jeff Driscoll's starting Sunday.
Mhm.
He's just like, you're a turnover machine. Get out of here. And
Yeah. Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
He can't have it. We
yeah,
we can't. Nobody can have it.
no, we can't. We came too far. We went through too much.
Yeah.
It came too far
Yeah.
to just let something like that happen. So
Mhm.
good. No, and I agree with you. I agree with you, and I just kind of gave reasons to maybe why
Mhm.
that happened. And when like, okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but I was just when you had said that about luck, it's something in my brain just clicked like, you know, when you think about preparation,
Hmm.
this was just my simple observation.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean,
Mhm.
it's not like he was sitting on his couch eating Funyuns all day. He was
No.
working out. He was preparing. He was getting ready. He's been a professional quarterback for many years, so he
Mhm.
knew what to do. He knew what and he's also very familiar with the system because he was under that system with Kubiak.
Yeah.
for many years. So the similar system, the only thing might be different is the terminology, but everything else is the same, pretty much. That's the way Stefanski likes to run his offense. And I will say this. If you remember one of my first articles that you probably read when I was writing for CLE Sports Talk, I gave 8 reasons to be optimistic this year, 8 reasons for hope. And one of them was Stefanski. I said, we have a good coach. Shut up. He's good. He knows what he's doing. Because, I mean, you remember this, every 2 years we have a new coach, new GM, turn the dog. And
so
they'd have a stupid press conference, and he gets us. We got this guy. We got this. We're going to win
Freddie
now.
Kitchens? Come on. You know, you want to go drinking with Freddie Kitchens.
Yeah. Oh, of course. That'd be about it. Well, the one that bothered me the most was the Chudzinski one. Do you remember that press conference? Because he was talking about like, yeah, we used to sit outside and have the TV on inside and sit outside in the window and watch things. Like, nobody fucking does that. Shut up.
No.
Nobody does that. That was a stupid. I said, now you're lying.
Shut it.
Shut it. Yeah, you're lying. Yeah, I knew. That's when I knew. He lasted 1 year, and then we got rid of him. But I will say Haslam kept doing it until he got it right. And he got it right. And he got it right with Andrew Berry and Stefanski. Actually, Dee Podesta wanted to hire Stefanski over Kitchens. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like they were butting. Dee Podesta was like butting heads with Dorsey. Dorsey wanted his guy, and they said, okay, hey, John.
I kind of like Dorsey a little bit.
I liked Dorsey. It started in the 2018 draft. We drafted Baker Mayfield, Denzel Ward, Nick Chubb, Austin Corbett.
I know exactly where I was when we drafted Baker Mayfield.
Mayfield's going to get a contract extension in Tampa, and I'm happy for him. I wish him the best.
Me too.
You're getting Chinese food. Where?
Cedar Road. I was on Cedar Road.
When she found out about Baker Mayfield.
Yes. When I was listening on the radio in the Mustang, as one does.
Mustang.
And I was screaming because I wanted Baker really bad.
Aww.
Because, I mean, Baker and I have a lot in common. He got money from FAU. I did not, but I got money from the state of Florida. They were the only school to offer him anything. And I had my FAU shirt on, and he got all excited when he saw it at training camp. And there's pictures that resurface every now and then when I tell this story of me and Baker Mayfield. And I look scared and confused. I'm like, why is this big football dude talking to me? I'm like, oh, yeah, we have shit in common. Okay. And I read his Sports Illustrated story, too, ahead of time. And I'm like, I want that guy. That guy, he has moxie. Because remember when he planted the flag in the O? Yes. I'm a girl of Michigan descent. So my time at UMich was incredible. And so I was like, that's who I want.
And then when he got sacked by Bosa did the flag plant thing in San Francisco.
Yeah. I remember.
I can't talk about the Bosas nicely, so I won't.
Yeah.
No, I liked him. I did. I liked him and Emily, and I thought they did a lot of good things.
Yeah, I had nothing against Baker. Against Baker. No.
They always went over and did the food thing over in the fun part of town where I don't live on the west side.
Yeah, that's
one restaurant.
We moved on. He moved on.
Whatever.
Want him to be happy. I do. Yeah. I want him to be happy. I want to be successful.
I hope he's successful.
Isn't Emily pregnant?
Yes.
Their
she's due in April.
Oh, really? She's that far along.
I think, pretty sure she's
maybe you'll have a new birthday twin.
April 13th.
April 13th. Oh. Okay. I'm June.
Thank you. See, Town Hall. Steve, thank you.
Town Hall, that's right.
Town Hall.
Right, Town Hall.
No, I'm June 19th. So is my younger daughter. She was born on my birthday.
No way. Well, I was born on my uncle's 18th birthday. So my mom and my grandma both had a baby on April 13th.
Wow.
My mom and her, I know, isn't that funny?
That's nice.
I was born on a very unlucky day. Many things happened on my birthday that were very unlucky, but not 9/11. So
yeah.
Oh gosh,
I had a Japanese power plant meltdown on my birthday.
Good gravy.
There was a tsunami.
Was that the same date as Chernobyl?
Yes. No, March 11, 3/11, which was also a really cool band.
Yeah. So wait a second. Gemini, what does that make you?
Aries.
You're Aries and Pisces and Aries. Okay. Yeah. As soon as people find out I'm a Gemini, they go, ooh. Give me all these looks like there's like I have a twin or something, which is
I'm like,
yeah.
real twin. Not
Okay,
lucky.
cool. Well, hey, the other part of the news was not only were there Pro Bowlers on the Browns, but a lot of people are going to be sitting on Sunday. Do you guys agree or disagree?
Yes, I
Agree.
agree.
Agree. Okay. Yeah, we all agree. Okay.
100%.
Well, what do you say to the people that make the case about momentum?
Is it worth getting hurt for funsies?
No, because they're still training. They're still working hard. Kevin's not going to let them rest. I mean, they're still going to work. They're still going to run through their drills. So I'm not super concerned about that.
In my recent article, I said they haven't had a bye week since week 5. With the long week and then this, it's perfect. Yeah, it actually worked out perfectly.
Yeah, they need to rest.
Yeah,
they
Garrett
definitely
shouldn't be playing.
No.
There are a couple people we really cannot have hurt. I mean, the only person I'm slightly stressed about that's not playing is Hopkins.
Yeah.
Kickers, I mean,
yeah,
they could win or lose your games, right?
True.
Sometimes.
Big time. 100% big time.
Absolutely.
So that one stung a little bit.
Speaking of Hopkins, I remember at the Jacksonville game, everybody around us when he went for that, was that 55-yarder?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, punt it. What are you doing? Are you crazy? Punt it. He makes everyone's like, yeah. It was just like, wow.
Kevin, you.
And you could hear Justin Tucker's like butthole pucker.
Yep. For sure.
Like, hold on to your record, baby.
Goodbye. Yeah. So that one, our new one, his name is escaping me at the moment. Only missed one. So
yeah, it was, you missed the extra point, and I was like,
okay,
it is what it is. All right, cool. So we're all in agreement that it's the right thing to do. I think it is, even though I went through the stats and it's like it's really inconclusive, but you just got to look at the circumstances with the team as a whole. It makes sense to do it, and you don't want to go out there in a game that's completely meaningless, doesn't have any bearing on anything. Well, it would be nice to win 12 games, yeah, and of course when Kevin has his press conference, we're trying to win the game. Of course he's going to say that.
Yeah,
he has to. Of course, we're not. Why bother playing if you're not trying to win? So
right.
But
exactly.
okay. So this weekend we will be watching it on television because this will be wrapping it up there at 1:00, and we will know, I think, exactly who we play and when we play. Was it Sunday night?
Yes.
Are you okay there, Sherry?
I think it is Sunday night.
Hot flash? You getting a hot flash at your young age?
No, this is very exciting shit.
It is.
It's amazing. It takes me back to my
is.
The last time they won the division, I was in high school. The last time they were there, I mean, this is the best Browns defense.
Give me the year.
89. No, my senior year in high school. I graduated in 91.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I graduated in 1991 in high school. Yep, I was. So you think I was born 73? So now everybody knows my birthday. I'm 50 years old. Yeah. Everybody knows I'm 50. Yes, I'll be 51 in June. I'm happy. I'm very happy to be my age. I wouldn't want to go back. No. Oh my God.
I kind of want to go back to the 80s.
To the 80s?
It was less complicated.
Mm-hmm. I kind of want my big hair.
Oh, I could do big hair.
I was a metalhead. I was into Metallica and Megadeth and shit like that. Iron Maiden was one of my favorites. Yeah,
all the boys.
Do you listen to bands? WJCU?
Oh yeah. My cousin was a DJ.
The metal show, Metal on Metal.
Oh my gosh.
Bill Peters.
I heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
He rules. Bill Peters rules.
John Carroll University College Radio. Awesome.
I love that.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, I had so much fun. We're getting close to 50 minutes. I'm going to play the song. I'm going to play us out. Ladies, thank you so much. This was so much fun. Lana, it's a pleasure. It's always great to see you guys.
Anytime.
And I love it when you tweeted that picture of the two of us next to each other, like, here's me and here's Lana. And it's like, I'm like towering. And I'm
down here.
I'm over here. I said, maybe I should have went on one knee or something. I don't know. It was kind of funny.
I had to put it out there because you were just talking about it. Like, I got to put this picture out.
Yeah. It's funny when that shit resurfaced.
That was such a good day. That was such a fun day. That was a good day.
Are we back? All right, we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
We're still here. Yeah.
Jeez, what happened? All right,
You're
let me
cutting
go.
out.
I was cutting
You're
out.
still having issues. Yeah.
No. My internet. Well, let's end this while we can on a high note.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna tell you guys, thank you so much. And that was funny when I sent that to you. She's like, you do not. Hey, Squad Pod, I love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you guys. That's awesome. I love getting on and messaging you my bad jokes.
You two are great messengers. We have some really good people that are very consistent.
Yes. Talking about the size of my hands, I remember that.
I'm like,
You know what? You got the joke. The other one got the joke. Lysandra went right over her head. It went right over. She had no idea what the hell I said.
okay.
I love her.
Oh, she's awesome.
You know what though? Lysandra, she's the carrier, man. She's the producer. So she's kind of like doing all this stuff. And I'm like,
I love this. I love the fact that we have a good football team. We're gonna have a good football team for years to come. The whole salary cap thing, we could talk about that. Jack Duffin is the guy on Twitter to follow. Do you know who he is?
Yes.
Yeah, he knows the cap better than I do.
Oh,
He's
cool.
really good at it. Yeah, and as long as Haslam's willing to pay the contracts and pay out the money to restructure, this is sustainable. So,
For sure.
yeah. So
now we've got to get Kevin's signature on a new contract.
Oh, he could extend it. Him and Barry will extend it.
Yeah.
I wanted to write that article earlier, but the editor said, wait till a win. I was like, all right, I like it. It's his thing. I mean, I'd be happy.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I would have extended him like halfway through the year. But I think they just wait till the season's over, get it done.
This is why I don't do HR for them. So they're like, you have a forever contract?
HR.
Well, that's do we part contract?
I've been in HR offices so many times. I'm a problem at my work.
He's a spicy meatball.
I am. My Italian jokes, my jokes. Did you wait till the show drops Sunday? Because I caught heat for the Asian preferred pronouns. Yeah. Did you never hear that, Lana?
No.
Asian have preferred pronouns. It's yeah. And I said the key to it is when after you say it, you keep moving your mouth and don't say anything.
Oh yes.
Man, Godzilla. Why you got
that?
Pulling out Godzilla.
That's what it's. Steve, go
But
Browns.
it's just like, yeah. Go Browns. I just offended everybody.
No. I caught that out of the corner of my eye.
There you go. Go Browns.
That's funny. I still can't believe we have a song like this too.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Little comments.
No.
That
We
was-
had town hall. That's right. That's what it was.
That's
They do that.
restaurant.
Feed the need. What
So
a good.
thanks for the comments, guys. Thank you for everything. We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thanks.
Sorry we had that little hiccup at the end there. I was like, shit, did my internet go again? I have Spectrum. Maybe another truck hit a utility pole and all the helicopter over my house.
Coming for Lou.
Coming for me. HR helicopter.
The HR helicopter.
There's HR on it.
That's
Oh, if
hilarious.
you let me just go. If you just let me go. That's why I'm on Rumble. I'd get kicked off of YouTube so fast.
Oh, I can't wait to win.
Yeah, I forget you're on.
Rumble. That's why.
Yeah.
What was the one joke I heard about Joe Biden and I kind of stole it? Was that Joe Biden would be the first president to be assassinated with an air horn? That would be funny if somebody had that press conference and just does that.
Accurate.
Don't.
That's just wrong. That's funny. I don't care what party you're part of. That's
Which
funny.
side you're on.
Right, that's funny. That is funny.
Yeah, there I'm allowed to profess my love for Vivek.
Oh yeah, yeah. Trust me. There's times when I'll do the show with her and Corey, and they'll just stare at me in silent judgment. I was behaved on this show because I'm on YouTube. We'll end it with the acapella.
It's the Browns, the Browns,
Oh,
Cleveland Browns. Here we go again.
see, it makes me a little teary.
You've been fun.
We love you guys. Thank you. Go Browns.
Go Browns.
Go Browns.
Oh, I'm ending it now.